Hello and welcome to another wonderful morning here on Agris as we begin a new episode of Space Engineers. As there is a unknown signal dropping over there by the asphalt plant. Yeah, well. Some sadness though, as I did some testing, and because somebody warned me in my Discord that this might be the case, is that the resource boulders, like the platinum that I want to go get, isn't a seam in the ground. Like, we are literally on top of oil sands right now, but you can't tell because it's in the ground, and therefore my various mining rigs, like these ones here, they function fine because that's what they're designed for, is the resource in voxel. However, having the little boulders on top of the surface, I'm not sure if there's any around here. I know there's some in the desert that I saw, but those don't count, supposedly. And I went and tested it, and lo and behold, I couldn't get the automatic drill things to work on the platinum nodes, which is sad because I wanted to have that work. I wanted to have a deep sea drill rig and it shoot up a line all the way to the surface and then literally build a drill rig on top of it. And that was gonna look cool, but no, I don't get to do that. Sadness. But what that means is that while this Wave Rider here, which has been slightly adjusted since the last time you saw it, it's got some additional vertical fins, it's got the downwards lights, it's all gussied up and ready to go. It's gonna have issues because I need to drill down there. I need to actually drill these rocks of platinum. I can't just go out there and plop a builder down and walk away. So I need to retrofit this plane and add a drill to the front of it so that this thing can go and literally be a mining ship. And then hopefully it has enough lift to be a mining ship. That I'm pretty sure it does, because I've actually already been testing this thing in between and managed to do several runs out to the various nearby resources, like going off to copper and such, and bringing home full loads. So that is the cargo container full, the two connectors full, and the cockpit full. And it was capable of doing it. So we should be okay. Depends on how much weight an additional drill on the front of us, if that was full of resources or not. But we do have also stuff, heavy drill and gravitonic drill. Ooh. Oh, look at the things on the front of that. That's cool. Drill. Heavy drill. Gravitonic drill. Mining radius 1.6, 2.23, and 2.46. And they look like they all have the same converge in the back, except the regular drill has the additional side converge. But that's okay, because all we're really going to do is just the one here in the front. Ooh, I did not mean to cut down that bit of the fighter cockpit. Blame the fast tools. But we'll just slice off the nose cone here, as that's not going to work anymore. And I believe we have... Do I have everything to do a gravitonic drill, I wonder? Gold wire, superconductors, gravity components, quantum computer... Oh, I don't have quantum computers. I don't think I have quantum computers. I think that's a little too far from what I have. Yeah. So I can't do that. But I can do heavy drills. So let's totally do a heavy drill. And I can actually get that many components all at once. And plug that baby in. Build her up. And it looks dumb. But it's what needs to be done. Because I need to be able to drill. I need to be able to get some platinum. And it has the typical 3,375 liters. So we should be good. Beyond that, I guess just make sure my fuel's pretty good for flying around. And grab some water and food. And then we could just get on out of here, I believe. Worst case scenario is I may need to... I have 8 thrusters pointing downwards and 6 pointing backwards. Worst case scenario, if I need to, I might need to rotate about 45 up. That way, both of my thrusters are working to keep me in the air, and I can power up that way. And I think I should be okay. But here we go. Turn off our batteries from charge. We will turn off our stockpile of our gasoline. We'll turn the engines off for now, though. And we will disconnect and take our new mining ship, our silly little mining ship, out for an adventure. Activate the autopilot. Turn off the dampeners. And just use our wings. And here we go. Excellent. Now, our goal here is to get a load of platinum and bring it back. So we're going to go 100, 200, 3, 4, 500 meters more altitude. That should easily get us over top of these ridge lines here. And I didn't bring any ammo for the Gatling, so we're going to have to remember that and just not going to get into any fights. We'll just run away. Assert there, assert there, assert there. Just assert is freaking everywhere these days. Always trying to eat my cookies. And if I pop over to my little map here, there is actually a underwater chasm that runs from the edge of this island that I'm flying over currently, at the far end that way, all the way up past some cobalt and onto the platinum. So I'm currently flying between the copper node, which is there. There's the oil node, and there is actually a niter node at the end of this island. So if I pop into spectator for a second and take a look at this. So right here is the oil. That's where my base is. There's copper right there. Niter is over here on this flat area. And it should be that right around here in the ocean, and if you go into the ocean very slowly, there is a spot there. Quickly, you'll see a flash where it renders the ground without rendering the depth of the water yet, so you can actually see as if the water wasn't there. And we can see, yeah, that there's a canyon right there. So that's the beginning of the canyon that we need to find, essentially. If we continue in this direction, which is northwestish, and we get a little bit lower down here, our ore detectors should be able to detect when we get close to the cobalt, which is first in the seam, and then platinum later on. as the cobalt should be in a line between this tip and this tip here. It's halfway and down a little bit, and that's the cobalt. And from here to up here, from here to there, that line halfway and up a little bit is the platinum, right over around here. So platinum and cobalt. And so, if we sit around here at what? If we look at our altitude indicator there on the horizon, it's 500 meters. Because that's the off of the that is off of the sea floor, where the altitude there is off of the surface of the ocean, I believe. Is that how it works? I believe so. And I bet I could do is I could use that to find the canyon, right? Because if I'm flying along at a fixed altitude and all of a sudden that increases like crazy, that means that I'm flying over a valley. And then I can go, oh, there's the valley, turn right, follow the valley. And so, we start our long trek here, off to find some platinum under the water. We're just going to get a little bit further down here, a little closer to the surface. Fly 130 meters off the water. That's about right. And we're off to find some plat. Oh, hey! Some cobalt below us. And we can see that the... Whoa, look at it go! It's jumped up to 400 meters. Nice! 500 meters depth. Okay, we want to turn north now. So we are literally flying above that canyon, that underwater crevasse. Oh, we can see it's popping back up to 400 meters. We're probably going... Oh, there's a section here. Cobalt, more. I'm just looking at the sort of the bathymetry map that I've got for this, and the canyon wiggles back and forth. So you can see like we're dropping back down to a little hard to see there in the clouds, but it's up at 300, now 400, back down to 500. So there is some undulating terrain below us right now, and I wonder if we can we can stick our camera down in the water. We're so close to it. But if we are seeing cobalt and such, we should just be able to fly straight north from here and find some platinum. It shouldn't be that much of an issue at all. Yeah. I was going to say it's dropping back down. There's 500 meters depth, 600 meters depth. Still got cobalt, so we probably have to go another few minutes north here. 800 meters depth. Wow. That's down in the crush depth, man. As we look at where we are, that's pretty much right where I said it would be. Here to there, slightly south. There's the cobalt. So here to here, slightly north, up here, we got a few more kilometers. And it looks like it's slightly east. So we're just going to take that ever so slight turn to the right to make sure we're on track to find that platinum. But 600 meters, so we are following the canyon. And all we need to do is keep flying north. There it is! There it is! We got platinum! Alright! We're going to cut our speed here. We're going to turn on our dampeners. And we're going to come in for a hover. That is awesome. And now, what we can do is we can tell the ship here to start going forward ever so slowly while also going downwards. And we can spiral our way down into the water, going at a controlled and reasonable speed because we have these downwards thrusters to hold us up. And once we make contact with the water here and flying into the water, cause sploosh, we are now a submarine. And what we should be able to do is turn off our dampeners and allow the ship to sink. And the ship should easily just fly through the water like it's flying through air. It's just another fluid. The air is a fluid, right? And we can start heading down towards this platinum. It is 575 meters below us, so we are going to get down well into crush depth. But I think for now, I'm going to turn on my lights. I'm going to take control of the plane myself, and I'm just going to set us on a descent course straight at it. Because at this point, we just need to go deeper. Now, something I am going to do while I'm waiting for us to get down there is going to make some modifications to the autopilot. I'm going to go, and this is the same modifications I do if I use the autopilot for boats, is I turn the pitch to 1 degree and the roll to 1 degree. And so it is just using the gyros in order to fix that. And then when I use the autopilot, it will keep me flat, but not do anything else fancy there. Oh, 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 terrain. I see the terrain. Nice. Our dampeners are off, but if we do push forward, we get pushed back quite quickly, as there is a lot of resistance down here. But we are ever so slowly sinking. But we've got some power. We're going to push through it. Let's get down there quicker. Look at those. Look at that platinum there. Oh my god, look at it. Score, dude. Look at all that. That sweet, sweet platinum dosh. That money. Oh, yeah. That is totally thumbnail material there. Oh, yeah. Get that nice spotlight on the bits of platinum. Ooh. That'll probably be thumbnail or some variation of that. And, oh, come on, are we just still floating a little bit here? We're ever so slowly sinking. Come on, get us down here. And once we get down here, we're getting nice and close. We can activate... Oh, come on. The remote control. And that will level the ship off and allow for nice, easy controls as we can slide around left and right at our whim. But our ship here will stay perfectly flat. Ho 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 ho! Look at that platinum here at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, that is glorious. And I think we're just going to continue to come on down here and just come to a rest at the bottom of the sea. And put on a new GPS. Platinum. Hell yeah, baby. We're at 624 meters down. And let's see how much this hurts. Ow! That is a health per second. Enough that you can actually get past it with the survival kit. But still painful. Still very, very painful. And it looks like we can slide around here on the bottom decently, actually. Looks like the bottom connector isn't being that much of a annoyance. If we put dampeners, we slowly rise. Okay. But if we just tap the the thrusters every so often, we can start mining. All right, let's take a look at our ill-gotten gains from that. Ooh, platinum. And this should be able to go into the medium cargo container. Excellent. It's all piped up, as I thought it was. But I wasn't 100% sure. And now we can just start to slowly chip away at this thing. As we fill our ship up here. The one thing we have to be sure of is that we do leave... we don't have too much on this thing. So the connector at the back is almost full. The connector on the bottom is almost full. Cargo container is full. The cockpit is starting to get full. So I'm guessing the drill itself is starting to fill up in a moment here. And we can still raise up at a decent rate. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm able to, you know, get the heck out of here when eventually we need to. I don't want to get my full cargo load and then realize we're stuck at the bottom of the ocean and I've got to eject a bunch of it. Alright. Our drill? We'll go for one more bites. That's even 10k in there. One more bite. There we go. It didn't go into it? Come on. That's gotta be full now, right? Ah, there we go. Basically full. We are absolutely chock-a-block full of platinum on this ship. And we're at 78,000. So basically just shy of 80,000 kilograms. If I turn my dampeners on, we start to ever so slowly ascend, but it's going to take us 36 minutes to get there. If we full burn, it's going to take us 26 minutes to get out of there. That's a little painful. I feel like we're going to need to find a way to add some ballast to this thing so that we can, say, close a... close a door and there's some vacant space, some air that we can start to fill up with. God, my brain is not functioning. So we can float and not just sink. But now we can change ourselves back into the typical plane configuration, as we don't need to be held horizontal anymore. We'll mash pitch of 20 degrees and max roll 45 and run. And now we can start to ascend greatly and give ourselves a little bit of speed. And hopefully we can use the flying of the well, hopefully. I'm not sure if this is going to work down here. Might just have to turn it off and ascend myself. Hey, we're above the surface now, at least with our camera. Only 60 meters. And we can see that, come on. Oh, we're so close. When we bring the camera in and out really quickly, and all this flashes, we can see the terrain of the sea floor there, and the caverns and the canyons. That's the word I was looking for. Beneath us. Oh, there's the surface. Come on, baby. There it is. Pop out. Pop out. Yeah. Get in the air. And we are a plane again. Platinum secured. All right. Plane mode activated. We'll drop down to 70 meters here. It's a good 45% thrust. We're holding steady. And we're flying south towards home base. We've done it! Platinum secured! And we should be good. I think that will be a good angle home. We should get some more altitude. We have to fly over the Copper Hills. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 700 more meters altitude. Should be about right. Claying Gremlin, we are running away from its good speed, so that's just happy for me. How are we doing for gas? 93%? God, these gas tanks, man. They are so efficient. They have so much power potential. But these batteries, we went through 30% going down, flying here, getting down, and picking up the platinum. And now we are leveling off and heading home. Oh my god, that works so well. That works so well! I did not expect that to work so well. Hello, little unknown signal. I can grab you in the meantime. Hi! Yeah, you're one of those runaways signals. I got leopard boots. And back to catch up with the plane. Alright, come on. I gotta get close to the plane and then dampen to it. There we go. A little drive-by drop pod. That worked out way too well. Alright, let's head home. Home sweet home. Although, I don't want to go and land in my typical spot over here, now do I? I want to push on past this, because I would like this platinum to be refined with my rock crushers and purifiers. So I'm going to push on past that, activate my dampener so I can go into hover mode. And I'm actually going to go park over here at the fuel station, because I think that's going to work for me. And oh my god, it takes a lot of thrust for me to stop going downwards. Whoa, okay, I could probably use another couple downwards thrusters, that's for sure. But if I park up here, it should slurp out all of the ores in this, and it should send them over to be processed. There we go. So what I should be able to do is turn the engines off, stockpile the tanks, lock up, and recharge the batteries. And that will both, I'll be able to get some gas for my tanks here. My gasoline tanks are now full. If we look at the ship's inventory, yep, the cargo container and stuff is being slurped out. All that is left is the little bit of ice in the O2H2 generator, and that should be pushing through to here, pushing into our crushers, and past our input stuff here. And so we're getting platinum ore, which is turning into crushed platinum ore, which is going to be turned into purified platinum ore. And that purified is going into an industrial refinery and getting me platinum ingots. Yeah, baby. We have platinum on the field. And that works. That works. I got platinum now. There's stuff I can now build with an abundance of platinum. Now, I do think I need to actually get some more gold here in this base. There's gold wire. And I don't think I have, like, any more actual gold. Yeah, that's it. I have 0.1 gold ingots. So gold is another thing I need to do. However, if I check my map here again, there is a similar situation in terms of the platinum, same kind of distance away, but in the opposite direction here. If I pop back to my character, and we fly south this time, in between these two islands, there is a gold field, and it's not as deep. And so it would be actually a lot easier to get the gold from there. So if I wanted to, I could use this same method and do some deep sea mining with the Wave Rider. Although that feels like that name should be changed again, as it is now more of a submersible. And I can go get some gold, which will allow me to build these various items. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the things I need for platinum are, we go to the nano assemblers, which aren't built yet, but they're there, so we can look at the recipes. They're thruster components, so we can build those. We can also build quantum computers, and we can build field emitters. And those are what we need to get some shielding on the base. So, shielding. Nice. And also, what takes quantum computers? There was that drill. That gravitonic drill that took quantum computers. So this needs some platinum for it. Yeah. Upgraded sorting systems and internal filters provide double yield. Damn. That'd be really great to upgrade my Wave Rider with one of those on the front of it in the future. But we have now everything. Every resource except maybe uranium for certain types of ammunition. But we can start going into the cool stuff. If we can start building jump drives. Even though we don't really need jump drives for this playthrough, because we're not really going to leave this planet, we could build one if we wanted to. Excellent. What else here can we build now that we have the fun stuff? Oh, there's better grinders. There's better welders as well. I didn't realize that. There's just regular laser cutter Oh, cool. And a heavy grinder. Laser cutter being the advanced one with the quantum computers. And these have as well working... Oh, their working radius is all the same. It's just, what, working speed? Probably. And the welder. Yeah, welding radius is the same for all of them. No, that sucks. I know it's increase working speed, but also make it increase radius, man. That's the number one thing I hate about the welders and grinders. Is you have to like put them right up against something for it to function. But awesome. So now I can build shields. I just need to go get some more gold. Which, realistically, is just me hopping back in the Wave Rider and taking off and go getting some gold. We don't really need to take over the gold over at the desert. We can just get it from the bottom of the ocean in the small amounts that we need it in. And then if that's the case, we could install a shield battery right here and shield the base. And then all of the little incidental damages that I take will be totally negated. And then from there, once that's all nice and shielded, we can go out and actually properly rebuild a dock and shield it. And then properly rebuild a battleship and head off on our next goal. Which, what do I gotta do next? I need to start, say, taking out the enemy bases around the planet. Wasn't that the goal in the beginning? Take out all the enemy bases? Well, the ROS, I think, needs to get their ass handed to them a few times here, as we can go to the east over here, and if I'm not mistaken, things like this base, we can take it over, we can blow it up. There should also be one just over here at the titanium. Somewhere here there should be a base. And at every of the other resource nodes in this area, as well as there is a big boy base at the mouth of this entrance right here. At this spot. Obviously I haven't gone here yet, so it hasn't spawned. But we could make a giant battleship and park it in this harbor and just bombard that base. That sounds good. But for now, next step, get some gold. I can do that off camera. That'll be an easy get. And set up a shield battery for the base. That's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.